Everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Rob, and today this is going to be a video. It's going to be a vlogging series that I'm going to do about making money from doing stuff on the internet. So this is going to be about whether you should quit your job and just work on sort of doing stuff on the internet. I don't think that's probably a good idea for obvious reasons, that it could take some time, and depending on what your finances are, it's best that if you can kind of do this a little bit on the side and then build it up slowly. But the other day I was made redundant, so there we go. I'm going all in on trying to make money off the internet. So I have been doing things for a number of years and sort of building up slowly, doing a bit on the side, and probably not always taking it too sort of seriously. But now I'm obviously going to be extremely focused on making sure that I'm going to try and make this work. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to get another full-time job. I used to run a company, and I was able to sort of choose my hours quite sort of nicely. But it's going to be quite difficult with family life, dropping off kids, picking up kids, and all the rest of it. So what I'm looking at trying to do is get multiple jobs. And I think that's probably the best idea for anybody to try and do, really, is not just have one job. Because, okay, you may have one job, but how secure is that? And depending on your contract, you could be made redundant at any time, or you'd be down the road at the end of the week or the end of the month. You know, nobody knows. So if you've got 2 or 3 sources of income, well, you know, it's not all the eggs in one basket, you know, that's that sort of scenario. So there's going to be a vlogging series on me personally. So I'll go through a little bit now about what I've done and my thoughts and ideas. And then I'm going to sort of do additional videos on maybe like a weekly update or something like that. So if you're thinking about doing something like this, you can see what I'm doing, my thoughts and sort of tips on that. And maybe you can kind of sort of take that information away and sort of think, well, you know, I might be able to do a similar sort of thing. So I started off making money off the internet when a friend of mine advised me on how to do so. I'd never heard of it, called stock photography. So basically just grab yourself a camera. I mean, you could these days use a fairly decent sort of mobile phone camera, and a lot of the companies are actually putting apps that you can actually do that. So you don't have to go out and potentially buy yourself a really expensive DSLR. Although I think it's a really good idea if you do get a reasonable sort of DSLR camera and learn photography, because you can kind of make a little bit of money putting any old kind of rubbish up there, really. You know, somebody's possibly going to buy something, but if you're really good at it, then that's where you're going to be able to turn it into a professional sort of job. The friend who mentioned it to me earns a salary, you know, which I would kind of dream of. Earns a lot of money, and probably only makes about 4 or 5 images a week. I mean, they're really, really good images and puts a lot of time into them, whereas other people may put up sort of like 50, 60 images a week, but they're not really that good, so they have a sort of short shelf life. So I started that about 8 years ago, I suppose, and it's done all right. You know, I mean, it got to you know, when I was really working at it hard, it got to a point where I was making enough money to actually cover my mortgage. It's not quite sort of covering that now. I was sort of trying to concentrate on my business and other bits and pieces, but hopefully I shall get those levels back up again. So if you kind of invest in that and you can slowly buy equipment, I mean, I've here in this sort of cabin that's out in the garden, I've made up a studio, although you can just do it. And you know, started off just doing it in the front room and slowly buy lights and bits and pieces, depending on what kind of photography you're going to do. I've always found it's easier if you have a studio, because you can make photographs whenever you like. It doesn't matter whether it's chucking it down with rain. So there's lots of different ways you can make money. Other things that I've done is I've created 3D models as well. If you do any CAD work, or you do 3D Studio Max or anything like that, you can put those up onto TurboSquid, and there's a few other sites as well. YouTube, this is another one of my revenues. Fairly new to YouTube, actually. This is only something I've been doing for about a year. I'm just putting up odd sort of random videos. You know, nothing amazing, no high production value, as you can tell by the video that I'm doing now. But hopefully, I'm going to learn how to sort of, make slicker videos and chop things together. Like you see a lot of the YouTubers. So that's something I'm hoping to develop. The other thing that I've done as well is made some scenery add-ons for Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight FSX, and actually managed to sell one of those. Not made hardly any money out of it, but what I'm trying to get across is that if you've got a passion for anything like the photography or 3D modelling and things like that, it needs to be something you've really got an interest in. I would advise that would be the best way, because you kind of don't mind putting your time into it then, or you may already know a lot of this information, and then you can help others and put stuff up, and then it helps you by sort of making revenue from it. So there are lots of other options that you're probably looking at, and things that I've looked at as well. eBay. Yeah, well, I've been stung on eBay just selling stuff myself personally. I really wouldn't recommend eBay at all. I'm sure there are many of you out there that may use eBay and make loads of money out of it, but I've had a few times where, and there are a lot of scams and stuff going on, and you can see loads of YouTube videos about people who are really upset about this. People who scammed them are, sort of received the items and then said it's not what they've ordered, and then sent back a load of garbage and all this sort of stuff. So there's there can be like big pitfalls there. And similar with eBay, you've got Amazon as well, which you can sell stuff on. I have no idea, any sort of scams or anything that go on via Amazon or not. I don't know. And there's blogging and vlogging and loads of other stuff. So I should be looking at other things as well. And then as I do that, I shall put videos up about on how I've kind of set them up and whether I found that they're any good or not. So there we go. This is the start of a vlog that I'm going to do on trying to make money off the internet. So I just thought I'd do this initial video to let you know what I'm going to do. So if you want to watch this series and you want to see how I get on and you're interested in doing it as well, then subscribe, as everybody always tells you to do, but subscribe for this, because obviously this is going to be a series of things that I'm going to do. And then if you've got any ideas for me, that'd be great. Put them in the comments below. Or if you've got any questions about what I've done or what you're thinking of doing, put them in the comments, or just drop me a line, and I'll try and answer them for you. So don't know. Wish me luck. And hopefully, you may be doing the same sort of thing. Well, hopefully not made redundant, but, working and making money offline. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. So like the video, please, help me out, and subscribe and all that. And hopefully in a year's time, I shall be able to cover all my bills by doing this as a full-time job. So thanks a lot for watching again. See you again. Bye.